Plant clippings. This is such an easy gift to give, especially if you already have larger plants in your home. So for me back then, I used to have an apartment filled with plants. Most of you guys already know because you've been following me for so long now. And what I used to do with those plants around the holiday season or birthdays, I would always just snip off a little piece of that plant, put it in some water. Within the next 4 to 5 weeks, I will repot it. Once when the roots came out, repot it in a small, cute little pot. You can even paint the pots, you know, and make it a little bit aesthetically pleasing. Or you can buy a nice pot if you would like to, since the plant is technically free at this point. So yeah, you can sprucing it up your own way with the plant pot. Or if you have someone in your family that's not good with taking care of plants, some of these clip-ins, you can keep them in a water jar for a long time. I used to have clip-ins of philodendrons, monsteras. I have my monstera in my room right now. I have a clipping of, and that has been in there since, I want to say, beginning of July. I took that clipping and it's still in the water. I'm still waiting a little bit longer to place her in a pot. So I would say that plants are the #1 gift that just keeps giving, because there's so many different ways that you can share your plant with others or share your love for plants with others. You do not have to have a green thumb with certain plants. A lot of people think that plants are hard to keep alive, which is not true. There's so many easy plants out there. I would personally suggest, if you want to purchase a plant for somebody that sucks at plants and you don't have a clipping of this particular plant, ZZ plant. ZZ and a snake plant. Those two plants are perfect for those people that are not good with plants. Those plants will change their mind. It'll give them the confidence that they need to take care of a plant, or that they're actually able to care for a plant and keep it alive finally. So if you have plants in your house right now, you can always look online, look up the name of the plant that you have and see how you can take a clipping from it. And I would do this early on if you want to put it in a nice pot, because you want to make sure those roots come out before repotting it. But if you just want to put it in a glass of water, you can do this anytime. You can even paint the glass jar just like the plant pots. Make it a little bit more festive for the holidays. But yes, I think that plant cut-ins are the best gift ever to give. And I definitely miss giving plants to others. Baked goods. This is something that I do every year. You guys already know me by now. I don't give gifts anymore. I stopped doing that in 2020. And what my boyfriend and I do when it comes to the holidays, any kind of holiday, I bake something. I love to bake. And even if I don't even have time to bake, because I am always working, I will just go to the store and pick something up, because baked goods around the holiday season, it's pretty cheap, and there's so many creative ways on how to make a store-bought dessert look fancy. The other day I seen a reel where this girl took, it was like a $4 pumpkin pie, it was huge, and she took a random cookie stencil, made little mini pumpkin pies out of that big one, took the leftovers, like the crust and whatever was left over from that project, and mixed it all up in a bowl. And with those leftovers, she made these pumpkin cake pops, these chocolate pumpkin cake pops. I think it was such a brilliant idea. Like, she literally made 2 desserts for the price of 1 for a family gathering. So there are so many ways that you can get creative with baked goods. Even if you're going to your family's house or friends, and if you ask them what's your favorite desserts, they haven't had it in a long time, you could try your best to make it, or you can order it. And I will say this, the best dessert to bring for the holidays is cookies. They're not messy. They're easy to make. You can make a bunch of them for less money, and you can make different kinds. You can make chocolate chip cookies, you can make pumpkin cookies, you can make candy cane cookies. You can do different flavors with that one big bowl of cookie dough. So making cookies for the holidays is very versatile, but if you're not into making cookies or anything like that, you can opt out for a pie, whatever you prefer for desserts. But I will say that bringing a baked good is the best. Like, I feel like dessert is the best part of the holidays, besides like the main course food. But dessert is just, I feel like everybody is like looking forward to dessert. After eating a regular meal on the holidays, everybody's always like, all right, what's for dessert? And luckily, you just might have that covered. Wine. Now, hear me out. I know wine can get expensive. I personally do not drink, but just because I don't drink doesn't mean the whole world doesn't. So this little trick I actually learned from my boyfriend. My boyfriend loves wine. So lately he's been getting his wine from Whole Foods. And you would think like, Kira, Whole Foods, come on, it's expensive, right? Actually, no, it is not. So Whole Foods has the cheapest, most elegant wine I have ever seen. They have decent wine like Merlot, white wine, so many different kind of wines priced at $3, $20, $30. He gets the $3 one and he loves it. He even tells me all the time like that's the best wine he's ever had. And like I said, he loves wine, so he has tried quite a few different kind, from expensive to cheap to in between, and he really likes the Whole Foods Merlot. So even though wine is technically something fancy to bring, it doesn't have to break the bank. There's so many different wines out there that are cheap, that are pretty good from what I heard. I personally don't know because I don't drink, but according to my boyfriend and my mom, there's so many cheap wines out there that are really, really good, and they don't get enough credit because all the expensive ones kind of take over the whole credit situation. Also, another tip that I have learned from him, never go by the bottle. I used to pick out wine for him because I thought like the fancier the bottle, the better it would taste, because I don't drink. So when I grabbed the fancy bottle wine, those are the ones that he hated. And the bottles that are kind of on the plain side, those are the ones that he finds that taste the best. So maybe that's a thing. Maybe some companies focus more on how the bottle looks instead of their product, how their product tastes. And some companies focus more on the taste instead of what the bottle looks like. I don't know how true that is, but I don't go for looks anymore when it comes to buying him wine. That's another tip, you guys. You can always look up on your phone when you're at the grocery store or liquor store, look up the reviews for that particular wine. Kind of gives you an inside scoop of what it tastes like without actually drinking it. Family photo. So this would be a great frugal gift. Our phones work amazing. Believe it or not, our phones do so much more than texting and being on social media. We have amazing cameras on these phones. I will say this, you guys, even though I record on my DSLR cameras for filming, when it comes to taking pictures for all of my thumbnails, I use this, my phone camera. It takes the best pictures ever. It's super easy to use, and yeah, I just stick with my phone. I've been sticking with my phone for my thumbnails for the past, I don't know how long I've been on YouTube, 5 years now, 5.5 years. It's best to call your family members up, maybe do a nice little picture at your house or outside if you live in a warmer environment, or you can do a winter picture. You know, it all depends on what you want. But it would be nice to take a picture, a nice updated family picture, give to your mom or dad, or give to someone else in your family members. And it's super cheap to take that picture, go to Michael's and print it out on a canvas. My boyfriend did this recently for one of his properties, his second floor unit he's renting out for Airbnb. He took a couple professional pictures of Boston, and I'm gonna put it in a canvas and put it on the wall instead of me going to Home Goods or Target and purchasing, you know, one of those paintings there for $80 to $90. And I'm like, that's a good idea. He paid, I think it was like $45 for a giant canvas. It was like this big? No, I think it was bigger. It was pretty big, and yeah, it looks amazing. It looks like he honestly bought that photo at the store. So there's so many other ways. You don't have to do canvases, but there's so many other ways where you can print out that family photo and gift it for a holiday. It costs under $100. I would say it costs under $50 to do this. So it's a nice sentimental gift to give without spending a ton of money. And the last thing is to use your own skills. We all have something that we are good at. For me, I'm good at cleaning, I'm good at organizing, helping people save money. Obviously, I do this for a living. And if a family member needed my help on, you know, to help them with their budget or to help them clean their house or declutter their house, I will definitely be there to help them out. So this is another great gift to give, or just a good thing to do in general. It doesn't necessarily need to be a gift that you have to give to somebody. If you have skills at something, share it with others. Now, I'm not saying to help the whole neighborhood out, because you probably will go broke with this, but say you're good good at fixing stairs. That's, you know, that's one of your hobbies or one of your jobs, your main job. You fix stairs for a living. And you notice, you know, one of your aunts or your uncles or a cousin, one of their stairs are all messed up. You know, you can always tell them, hey, I'll fix that up for you, no problem. So even if it's not just family members, you can do this for friends as well. It's nice for you to share your skills with the ones that you love or the ones that need it the most, even though they don't have the money to pay you. It's just a good deed. It's a good deed, and good deeds never go unrecognized. And a little side note, if you don't know what you're good at and you don't know your personal skills, you can always spend time with somebody. Spending time with somebody is honestly one of the best things that you can give to someone that's lonely, a family member that's lonely, or someone that just needs someone else to talk to. I couldn't imagine my life without my sisters or my boyfriend. Like, it would be a very, very lonely life. So we all need that interaction once in a while. Even the loneliest person out there needs some type of interaction. So if you do not know your personal skills, you don't know what to give to somebody, you can honestly just spend a day with them. Go for a walk, drink some coffee at home, talk about life, talk about things. That is honestly priceless. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And like always, I hope you're having an amazing holiday, and I will catch you in the next video.